there's a method beginners can use to improvise over literally any song. And if you're thinking, this is probably gonna take me weeks to learn, then stick around because the method literally works instantly and you can just play. Now, if you don't know any theory or complicated names, then stick around because this lesson is perfect for you. Now, let's say we want to improvise over a song which has the chord progression C major, E minor, F major, and G major. And what makes this method so genius is that we don't have to memorize a scale or chords, which tones to play for any of those chords, because we use the same notes and they work over all the chords. Now, you may have heard of it, it's called the pentatonic scale. And while maybe you've seen a video on this and it didn't still click for you, let me explain to you very simply. Now, the formula for this so-called pentatonic scale is, of course, we have 5 notes, which means it's pentatonic, penta meaning 5, and these 5 notes are structured into 3 and 2. So our first chord is a C, meaning our pentatonic scale will start on C. Again, remember our 3-2 formula, so we have 1, 2, 3, then we'll skip one note and we have 1, 2. Again, skip 1, 1, 2, 3, skip 1, 1, 2. And you could just repeat this all the way up, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and so on. Now, it's these 5 notes, and you could for example, play them in your hand like this, so you have access to all of them at the same time. But another position you could also use is, of course, 2 and 3. So, like this. So, for a first step, let's play the root notes in the left hand, and you can play the pentatonic scale going up and then down with your right hand. This is to familiarize yourself with the notes of the scale. You can go back down here. And this doesn't really have to be in any specific rhythm or tempo, so don't worry about this for the beginning. Now, the next step would be to pick a small range of notes from this pentatonic scale and start improvising with those. And this range could literally be anywhere. So, for example, you could use the first 3 and then this 4th one. So, let's do this. And it already sounds actually quite cool. So let's pick a different range of notes. Let's, for example, start on the upper one of the cluster of 2 and add the cluster of 3 on top. So we have these 4 notes now to pick from and play with. It could sound like that. Or maybe let's do one more. For example, we could pick the top 2 of the cluster of 3 and then the cluster of 2 up here. And you can get really creative with these. And the secret for improvisation is to not use all of the notes that are available to you, which is really just overwhelming for any beginner trying this. So we want to limit ourselves as much as possible with these small clusters from the pentatonic scale to just get improvising right away. Now you can pick again any range of clusters you want and start playing with those. And the longer you play around, really, the more creative you have to get, because otherwise it will start to sound boring really quick and your brain will start to get creative and improvise naturally. So the next step for you would be to pick a cluster, but then allow yourself to go above or below. But really for now, still stay around this cluster because it gives you a bit of security so you still know where you are and you really don't get lost in the range of possibilities. So let's, for example, pick the cluster of 3 notes here and the top note of the cluster of 2 below. So we have these 4 to play with, and we'll allow ourselves to go maybe up here and down here. And again, remember to come back to the cluster you picked, really giving you orientation and you won't get lost improvising. Now, if some of these steps are still a bit fast for you and you want to go on a deeper dive into chords, progressions, and how to improvise and actually become free and fluent playing the piano, then I suggest you check out all my free courses and resources I uploaded in my private community. It's completely free to check out. Click the link in the description or in the pinned comment, and there you can really find out more and actually get structured routines, practice tracks and exercises to improve your piano playing. Now, if you liked this video, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more like this in the future, of course. And I'll see you guys again in the next lesson.